Hey Saints, welcome back to another week of SFHS Today. I'm Misty.
And I'm Katie.
Tuesday was Election Day, along with a hard-fought presidential race and the election of Donald Trump over Hillary Clinton. There were many state and local elections taking place. Republican incumbent Michelle Benson won her re-election for campaign for the state Senate, and Republican Speaker of the House Kurt Doe was re-elected. Matt Look was re-elected as County Commissioner for District 1 over challenger Marcia Vandenberg, which means Vandenberg retains her seat on the ISD 15 school board.
In ISD 15, a new school board was elected. The only incumbent to retain a seat on the board was Amy Kelly. Garnering the most votes was Mike Starr. Other seats went to Sean Sullivan, Rob Schoenrock, and Jill Anderson won the special election seat.
The city of St. Francis has a new mayor and a new city council, electing Stephen Feldman as mayor and two new councilmen, Robert Bauer and Joseph Milbauer.
Last week, SFHS held a mock election sponsored by Madonna Arnold's civics class. Results of that election seemed to mirror much of what happened in Tuesday's election. 200 students voted out of a student body of over 1,400. Trump won with 61% and Clinton had 31%. The constitutional amendment for Minnesota passed, which also passed in the state election, which means an independent council will now be appointed to set states' lawmakers' salaries. Tanner and Connor put together a piece on the elections.
You got some different historical forces. One of them, I think, is social media. I think that as people get into their own Facebook page, you kind of get stuck in an echo chamber. Like you only see things that you already agree with. And so sometimes as people are debating, they're arguing with different sets of information. I don't think that's probably good for anybody. It's also obviously unique to have a candidate that reaches out to so many people on social media. So that's different. I think also we have the first ever candidate with no elected experience. And so we have President-elect Trump, who doesn't have a voting record, and really without tax returns, we haven't seen a business record. So a lot of people, I think, are hoping he governs different than he campaigned, and that's certainly possible, but it's definitely uncharted territory, right? We've never seen that type of thing before. And the third thing I would say is just meaner. You know, we were just meaner throughout the election. I think both candidates were meaner. I think both sides were meaner. It seems like America has more of a stomach for that. I don't think that's good. We all say we don't like negative ads, but they tend to be the most effective. So I think it was, those are three main ways, and I think there's a lot of other reasons this is just a historical, different election than we've ever seen before.
Describe your first voting experience.
It was alright, I guess. There was a lot of people there. People took it very seriously. It was really quiet.
What was your voting experience?
It was really confusing, and I didn't know you didn't have to fill out the whole thing. So I just filled in people's goofy names.
How can you describe your voting experience?
I thought it was pretty easy. There was definitely less of a line than I was expecting. I thought it would be a lot more busy. They just kind of like hand you the ballot, and then you go in there and fill in the circles. That's about it.
What did you and your honor civic students do during this special election?
About 200 people actually came and did the mock election. Out of those 200 people, Trump won 60% to Hillary's 30%. Of the nation, of course, we know was a lot closer. My honor civics had decided that they wanted to go down and do a mock election through the whole school and then be able to hopefully compare that to what the nation and our state who also chose. And so they had decided that we were going to do it as much like a real election as possible. We got all the names, so you actually had to come in, sign your name, then they gave you a card to take that card to the ballot place, so then you actually got the ballot, traded the ballot for the card, then they actually filled out the ballot. The ballot was more than just the president, it was also about the representatives, and the Minnesota actually had a constitutional amendment on there too, so that they could vote for. After that, they put the ballot in the box was secure. After the box, they gave you a sticker that says I voted on it.
Monday, Financial Aid Night was held here at the high school in the Performing Arts Center. It started at 6:30 with a webinar with Val Knapp from St. Cloud State that explained the FAFSA process, and students could also go to the lab and apply with the help of staff.
Seniors, grad ads are due January 7th. You can create your ad at the website below. It's $200 for a full page, $110 for half a page, $60 for a fourth of a page, and an eighth of a page is $40.
Yesterday, drama students attended a workshop day at Anoka Ramsey Community College where they got to work with the theater department there, along with 4 other high schools from our area. Tonight, there will be a free performance of the Fall 1 act, The Crucifixion of Romeo and Juliet, along with scenes from the Focus on Drama class at 7 p.m. in the Performing Arts Center.
On November 17th, there will be a free tour at North Dakota College of Science. See the Career Center for more information.
Also, don't forget that next Wednesday is another late start.
With today being Veterans Day, the Madrigal Singers and Wind Ensemble put together a special performance for vets at the American Legion this morning. Ben got the story for us.
So why does St. Francis High School go to the Legion for Veterans Day?
It's just been a tradition that they've done. I would like to see us in the future have some speakers come over here, but it's a great community event for the members of the Legion and for our veterans. And our band and choir go over there, and we always have a speaker that kind of outlines their military service. And so it's been a great experience for myself personally. Hopefully in the future we could have more of a kind of an assembly that's focused on that. That's kind of what we're hoping to move towards in the future. But they've kind of wanted to keep it that way for a while, just because it's a great community event for them.
I was very fortunate. I was a product of the first draft that the United States had back in 1970. And it was number 21, so my choice at that time was where am I going to join. So I was very fortunate. I decided to join the Minnesota Army National Guard, and spent 41 years in service to our country and state within the Minnesota Army National Guard. Great honor. Every day was an honor to be able to serve our nation, serve our state, serve our local communities as well. So very proud of the 41 years of service to the country.
Just thank you for your service.
Right.
Appreciate you for
Thank
being
you.
here in our building quite a bit, so we appreciate that.
I enjoy it as well. So remember, Veterans Day is about saying thank you to a veteran. Memorial Day is about memorializing those that have made the ultimate sacrifice along the way in the military. So today is about thanking the veterans.
In addition, the music department hosts its 36th annual Madrigal Dinner November 17th through the 20th. Madrigal singers will be joined by other members of the choir department as well as a brass ensemble from band to enact a script that was written by students and to perform the music they have been preparing all trimester. Jessica Hebert spoke earlier this week with some people involved in the award-themed show dinner.
So for Madrigals, I play Justin Bieber.
And I play Johnny Depp.
I'm Martin Henderson, and I'm playing Billy Mays in the Madrigal Dinner.
Well, I'm the queen for Mads this year, and this year, because it's an award show, I am the host, and I play Ellen DeGeneres.
What is Madrigals?
The Madrigal Dinner that we do every year is a Renaissance-themed show that we intersperse about 14 pieces of music in, and then there's a little script that goes along with it.
What is the show about this year?
This year the theme is an award show, so we'll be handing out goofy awards to celebrities, and the celebrities being played by our wonderful head table students.
Still can't believe that we all know the same music. It's just uncanny. Let's just get through these awards. And now we have the most dull award. The nominees are Katy Perry and Left Shark, Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson, Billy Mays and Flo from Progressive, and Taylor Swift and whoever she's dating.
We have to spend all 62 minutes of every class period working on incredibly hard literature, plus getting a show ready. So, and then next week we dive into dress rehearsals and off we go. These kids are super hardworking. They dedicate themselves to this, most of the time, and they really want to be great, and I love that.
Why should people come see the show?
Because it's fun and it's exciting, and they should support their fellow students who are working really, really hard to put on a great evening of song. There's a dinner involved, you get show, food. What else could you need in life? That's why you should come and hang out with us in the Madrigal Dinner. If you want tickets, come talk to me. I'll help you out.
In more arts news, the school's fine art show will be November 14th. Brianna went out and got more information for us.
The art show each trimester is housed in the IMC here at the high school.
What time does it start?
It starts at 3 o'clock right after school on Monday afternoon, and it'll run till 6 p.m. that same night is opening night.
What are the different types of art being entered?
Great question. Traditionally, we've had mostly just drawing, painting, and ceramic pieces. This trimester will mark the first trimester that we have photography and graphic design in the art show as well.
How many pieces are normally entered?
Traditionally, we try to do one per student just to cover their graduation requirements and make sure that they can get an opportunity to participate in a larger show. However, if we have more room, we always try to take additional pieces if students have an extra piece that they would like to showcase.
What are you entering in the art show?
In the art show, I'm entering a watercolor painting of a fox, and then a watercolor painting of Toothless or Night Fury from How to Train Your Dragon.
A grid drawing from a sculpture at the Wiseman Museum.
I'm entering a Edward Hopper building art piece.
What was the hardest part about your project?
Shading it, because there's a lot of different shades and I gotta make it look realistic because it was a sculpture.
Maybe bringing all the things together and like making sure it looked good, and because watercolor is kind of like weird to work with.
Probably finishing it on time.
Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I mean, I'm pretty confident, which I haven't been in past years because I've been in art classes all 4 years, but I'm pretty confident in mine.
Yeah, because this will be one of the better projects that I put into the art show.
Yeah, I'm excited to see everybody's paintings in the art show and their drawings and everything that people enter.
It's been a great start to the school year. I mean, being able to see the new photography teachers like work and all the stuff that students are doing with colored photography has been really cool. I have 3 different painting classes this trimester. I know Miss Paquet has several different ceramics classes, and everything's going really, really well. I think the biggest difference is with the change in our school day and going from 68 minutes to 62 minutes, we've noticed that we don't get through as many projects. So what we've done has been really, really nicely done by all of our students, but we can definitely see a little bit of a difference with the shorter classroom periods. So,
Thanks, Brianna. In more news, on Wednesday, Amanda Anderson signed with NDSU to join their track and field team. Chi Vu got the story, and that is our 5 minutes of fame this week.
Student celebrities everywhere, this is why you should care about 5 minutes of fame.
Everyone coming, we're here to celebrate Amanda signing to NDSU. Very excited for her. It's been a long process. She looked at 4 different schools total, so had a tough decision to make, and she chose NDSU. So why did you decide on North Dakota State University was a place that you wanted to attend and compete?
When I visited there, I really liked all the teammates and the coach I've been talking to since like my freshman year, and he's been recruiting me super hard. And I went to some other schools and some bigger schools with bigger names, and I liked them, but really I'm going to be able to like compete to my fullest in track and academics, so I really think NDSU just fit well.
If you have a chance to compete against Maggie Ewing next year, what would that mean to you?
That'll be pretty special. Like, everyone's kind of heard the saying, like, train your hardest so that someday your idols become your competition, and I think it's going to be really special that she was my idol at such a young age, and now I'll be able to compete at the collegiate level against her.
What 3 words would you like people to use describing you?
Hardworking, dedicated, and passionate.
Well, I'd like to congratulate you. I think everyone in here would like to congratulate you too, so congratulations on this, and we have some papers to sign, so we better get that done. All right?
That's all we have for you this week. Stay tuned for RQT and weather.
Have a great weekend, Saints.
It's the random question thing. Ding. French fries. Mashed potato.
Mine is baked potato. French fries.
I really love me some tots, like, really. Mashed. A burnt potato.
Hash browns.
Purple potatoes.
Cheesy potato scallop.
Hey Saints, welcome back to another week of weather. Today will be sunny with a high of 48 and a low of 51.
Tomorrow will be sunny with a high of 51 and a low of 40.
Sunday will be sunny with a high of 59 and a low of 38. Have a nice weekend, Saints.
Hello, Saints. I'm Martin.
And I'm Brittany, and this is sports.
The varsity football team played Andover last week for a chance to go to the state tournament. They played well, but lost in a close game 18-20. They were ahead going into the last minute of the game when Andover scored. Saints kicker Hunter Dustman had a tough 47-yard field goal to face and missed by mere inches. Speaking of football, Blake Hubner has been given the chance to play on the Minnesota All-Star team, comprised of the best high school football players in the state.
With the end of football last Friday, all fall sports have wrapped up. Bailey went out and spoke with the team captains about how their seasons went.
What were you most proud of during the season?
I was most proud of is just how together our team came, like we were family, like they're my sisters, I'll remember them forever, and we'll just have memories for the rest of our life.
It was really nice this season to see some kids step up that were kind of on the bubble to doing really well in races, and then they cut down their times and ended up placing really well in conference.
My proudest moment was shutting out Chisago Lakes 24-0 in the section semifinals.
I think beating Rogers in 5 games and into extra points. When we defeated St. Michael Albertville at our last home match and our senior night, into the last 2 games that caused us our win were both really tight, and we managed to pull through.
My favorite memory from this season was becoming best friends with all of my co-captains.
A lot of the runners got injuries in the middle of the season, but for the most part, everyone kind of is able to work through them all together after a few days of rest.
I think some games we played down to teams that weren't very good. We didn't play at our level, and then when we played against higher level teams, we definitely stepped it up, and I think towards the end of the season, we definitely fixed that.
The most difficult experience is probably injuries and inexperience, and just through injuries we're getting the next man up, and inexperience just took time growing as a team.
Yeah, in the beginning of the season, we didn't really have a set lineup for who would be where. It was just a lot of switching around, so it was kind of hard for people to get in the groove with doubles partners, and for singles, people that would switch to doubles, it was kind of hard for them.
We dealt a lot with drama, and we overcame this by having much more team bondings and getting to know one another more.
Just treat the team like they're your sisters. Don't not be friends with any of them. Be friends with all of them. Be a good leader.
It's a pretty wild ride being kind of like the leaders. Everyone's so quirky and have their own little things about them. So just being really open-minded and tolerant of everyone is pretty huge.
Leaders lead the team, so you have to get the team to band together and really play together.
Just always encourage your teammates, play every point like it's your last. Always have team bonding and be really supportive
and bring like as much energy as possible. It makes the team happy and want to be more motivated, and just keep it fun.
To get to know your teammates, get to know the personalities of the team, get to know how the team runs, so you can always improve them and yourself.
Well, I'm satisfied with how our team ended the season because like we were together. But for me, no, because like I couldn't play. But yeah, they just helped me out.
Obviously, we're not happy with how it ended, but it was bittersweet just being here playing with the guys.
It was a great group of guys.
Yeah, I'm happy with how the team ended. Our last match as a team was against a really, really tough school, and we all put our best foot forward. But individually, with me and my doubles partner, we were at sections, and it was kind of a tough, long match, and we didn't end the way we wanted to. I feel like we were just like overcome with fear that we didn't play well.
Yes, I was very satisfied with how the season ended.
I'm not really upset with how the season ended. Obviously, I wish we would have beat Cambridge, but we had a great season. We all got very close, and we played some great volleyball, so I'm happy with how it went.
As we look ahead, winter sports are starting. With that, wrestling had its first captain's practice, girls and boys hockey are gearing up, Winter Dance Line has auditioned and filled its varsity and JV slots, girls and boys basketball have held informational meetings, and hopeful players are looking ahead to tryouts.
That's all for sports this week.
Have a great weekend, Saints.